Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first event of ASAP's educational series. I hope you guys would really enjoy this. I'm very excited about the lineup of the speakers today, and I'm very sure that when you go back, it'll change your perspective on social media, yourself, and how you do business. Let me introduce you to Jay, our incoming president for this year. He is a very dynamic leader and has great plans for this year for ASAP. Jay.
So hi, welcome. This is a great turnout. I want to say thank you for coming. So as Raju mentioned, during my day job, I run strategic alliances for HP, specifically within the networking group. And running that in the networking group and being at Cisco, we had a bit of a religion war or discussion, if we will. So I'm glad to be here. I used to work with the folks at Cisco, so I'm really excited to be back in my old stomping ground. Let me tell you a little bit about ASAP. It's a global organization, roughly 2,000 individuals. And in the Silicon Valley, as you could expect, it's the biggest and the most the most active chapter. So we've got roughly 300 individuals, very, very active. And as Raju said, this is the beginning of our program year. So this is the first program that we've got. And I'm really excited about the turnout. I think the topic is incredibly relevant. One of the things that I've been telling our organization is the challenge that we've got is to make and deliver content that's more relevant to our audience. So when you start thinking about relevancy, what does that mean? How do I consume content? How do I get to that content? How am I aware of content? Some people today came to me and said, hey, I've got an idea on what we can do on LinkedIn. I said, hey, that's great, right? So I think the issue is just people aren't aware of some of the exciting things that we're doing. Let me tell you a little bit about ASAP if you're not familiar with it. The fundamental goal of the organization is to promote the profession of strategic alliances. And one of the things that we hold near and dear to our hearts is how people can start, manage alliances throughout the life cycle. So there's a life cycle for alliances, and we want to make sure people understand there's a methodology here. There's more of a science than an art than you might think. The organization, the Silicon Valley chapter has been around since 2001. I did mention we're the biggest, roughly 300 people. One of the things that I want to make sure people understand is that there might be some folders floating around for membership. There's a bit of a membership campaign where we're trying to promote joining ASAP at various levels. And if you join within the month, there's a discount on the membership. So instead of, I believe it's $250, it's $200 for the year. So if you aren't a member, please reach out to someone on our team. And actually, could we just have a show of hands of the volunteer base for Silicon Valley? So if you just look around, one of the things that I'm really proud of is that these people are really what make up the organization. And it's through creative thought and leadership that we get programs like the one you're going to see tonight. And I don't think it's any surprise that you've got such a strong turnout tonight. So I'll turn it over to Raju. But before I do so, I want to first of all thank Raja for hosting. And I think he's done a fabulous job, as well as the folks at Cisco have done just a fabulous job. So a round, if you could, for Raja. One of the things that I also want to do is if you have ideas on topics that you'd like to see addressed, things that are on top of your mind, ways that we could be more relevant to you, the professional who's practicing out in industry, by all means, grab one of the people that you just saw raise your hand or come to me. We want to make sure that we address some of those things. And this year, a pledge is that we're going to develop as much content and get out there as much relevant information to you so that you can run your alliances more effectively. Okay? One plug, if I could, there's going to be, so picking up on some of the theme of relevant topics and that are on top of people's mind, October 28th, we're going to have an event on cloud computing, which I know is near and dear to quite a few people's hearts. It'll be at NetApp, and stay tuned. I think the brochure should have some flyer stating that. If it doesn't, it's October 28th. Good. I'm getting some thumbs up.